Rampage. Rampage is a 2018 action-packed science fiction that follows the story of Davis Okoye, played by Dwayne Johnson, a former soldier turned primatologist who shares a special bond with George, an albino gorilla raised in captivity. George is incredibly intelligent, able to communicate with Okoye through sign language. One day, a rogue genetic experiment involving a space station crash results in a deadly substance falling to Earth, which mutates animals exposed to it. George, along with a wolf and a crocodile, undergoes rapid and dangerous transformations, growing to enormous sizes and exhibiting violent behavior. Meanwhile, the military and a corrupt corporation are determined to use the mutated creatures for their own gain. As George grows larger and more uncontrollable, Okoye teams up with Dr. Kate Caldwell, a scientist who was involved in the genetic experiments, to figure out how to stop the destruction. American Renegades. American Renegades is a 2017 war action thriller that follows a team of Navy SEALs who are stationed in war-torn Bosnia. After an operation goes awry, the team, consisting of skilled soldiers and their local ally, an underwater expert, discovers a hidden treasure in the form of gold that has been lost for decades beneath the waters of a sunken Nazi ship. The treasure was once seized by the Nazis during World War II and is said to have immense value. The mission takes a dangerous turn when the SEALs, now entangled in a local conflict, realize they have a limited time to retrieve the gold before it falls into the hands of a ruthless warlord. With the help of a resourceful local woman, the team devises a plan to dive into the treacherous waters to recover the treasure. But as they proceed, they must contend not only with enemy forces, but also with natural obstacles and internal conflicts among themselves. Call of Heroes. Call of Heroes is a 2016 martial arts film set in the war-torn era of early 20th century China, a time marked by the collapse of the Qing dynasty and the rise of powerful warlords. The story is set in a small village which finds itself under the control of a ruthless and maniacal warlord's son, Chou Siu Lun. He brings terror and violence to the village, executing anyone who opposes him. The villagers, desperate to defend their home, seek help from Commander Jung, a brave and honorable man determined to protect the innocent. Alongside Jung is Ma Feng, a wandering martial artist with a mysterious past, who becomes an unlikely ally in the fight for justice. When the warlord's men arrive, Feng reluctantly becomes the key figure in the town's defense. Call of Heroes is packed with high-octane action scenes, including martial arts choreography and explosive stunts that keep the audience on the edge of their seats. Upgrade. Upgrade is a 2018 action science fiction that blends technology revenge and body horror. Set in the near future, the story follows Gray Trace, a mechanic who lives in a world where technology dominates every aspect of life. After a brutal attack leaves him paralyzed and his wife dead, Gray is left helpless and broken. Gray's life takes a turn when he is approached by a reclusive tech billionaire who offers him a solution to his physical limitations. He implants an experimental microchip called STEM into Gray's spine, which not only restores his ability to walk, but enhances his physical capabilities to superhuman levels. With STEM controlling his movements, Gray embarks on a mission to find and eliminate those responsible for the attack on him and his wife. As Gray dives deeper into his search for answers, he realizes that STEM isn't just a tool to aid him. It's becoming more and more controlling, influencing his thoughts. Fury 12 Hours. Fury 12 Hours is a 2024 Chinese action that follows the gripping tale of Lei Jun, a retired Special Forces soldier who has relocated to the Philippines with his family for a peaceful life. However, This peace is shattered when a terrorist group attacks the Chinese community where Lei Jun lives. With years of combat experience behind him and an unwavering sense of duty, Lei Jun knows he cannot stand idly by. As the clock starts ticking, he realizes he has only 12 hours to thwart the terrorists' plans and save his fellow countrymen. Lei Jun's journey is filled with intense action sequences from high-speed chases to hand-to-hand combat, showcasing his unyielding strength, tactical prowess, and indomitable spirit. Throughout the movie, Lei Jun faces numerous obstacles not only from the terrorists, but also from his own past. Grimsby. Grimsby is a 2016 action comedy that follows the story of two brothers, Sebastian and Nobby, who are separated at a young age. Nobby, a bumbling and crude football-loving man, grows up in the working-class town of Grimsby, England, while Sebastian becomes a top MI6 agent. After years apart, they are unexpectedly reunited, and their lives take a chaotic turn. Nobby is overjoyed to find his brother, but Sebastian is reluctant to reconnect, particularly because Nobby's antics are an embarrassment to his professional life. However, when an international assassination plot emerges, the two brothers are thrown together in a series of misadventures. After a mission goes awry, Sebastian is forced to go on the run with Nobby, leading to wild action sequences, including gunfights, car chases, and various hijinks. The movie blends crude humor with action-packed sequences, offering a mix of ridiculous comedy and heartfelt moments. Security.
Don't stop until you find someone!
Security is a 2017 action thriller that centers around a former soldier, Eddie Deacon, played by Antonio Banderas, who is struggling to rebuild his life after leaving the military. He finds himself in a low-paying job as a security guard at a rundown shopping mall. His life takes a dramatic turn when he encounters a young girl, Jamie, who seeks refuge in the mall after witnessing a violent crime. Jamie is the target of a group of merciless criminals who want to silence her after she discovers incriminating information. Desperate to protect her, Eddie becomes her sole defender when the mall's security system is compromised. With the criminals relentlessly closing in, Eddie must use all of his military training and tactical skills to fight back and keep the girl safe. As the night progresses, Eddie and Jamie become trapped inside the mall, with no one else to rely on but themselves. Warhorse 1. Warhorse 1 is a 2023 war action drama that presents a gripping tale of survival set against the backdrop of war-torn Afghanistan. The story follows Navy SEAL Master Chief Richard Mirko, played by Johnny Strong, who is part of a rescue mission to save a group of missionaries. However, the mission goes awry when their helicopter is shot down by insurgents. Mirko finds himself as the sole survivor of the crash and discovers a traumatized young girl named Zoe hidden in the wreckage. With the enemy closing in, Mirko takes it upon himself to protect Zoe and lead her to safety. The journey is fraught with danger as they navigate through hostile territory, facing relentless insurgents and harsh environmental conditions. He must use his skills to outsmart the enemy and keep Zoe safe, all while dealing with his own injuries and the psychological toll of the mission. Cruel War. Cruel War is a 2024 Chinese action crime that follows Yan Xin, a scientist working at Hainan Xingye Torch Company, develops advanced gene editing technology to create super rubber seeds. Her breakthrough has the potential to transform Yinfen Island into fertile farmland, but the island is notorious for being a battleground for powerful criminal forces. To ensure her safety during the trial planting, an international security expert, Lin Xiang, is assigned to protect her, leading a team of skilled operatives. The region is controlled by the ruthless drug lord Li Wenyao, who sees Yan Xin's project as a threat to his empire. He orchestrates a series of attacks and sabotage attempts to stop her work, fearing that the transformation of the island will disrupt his operation. Manhunt. Manhunt is a 2017 action thriller that follows the story of a lawyer Du Q, who works for the powerful Tenjin Pharmaceutical Company in Japan, plans to resign and return to China. However, on the night of his farewell party, he wakes up next to a dead woman and finds himself framed for murder. With the police after him, he escapes and goes on the run, determined to prove his innocence. Leading the investigation is Detective Yamura, a skilled but honorable officer. Initially convinced of Du Q's guilt, Yamura relentlessly pursues him. However, as the chase unfolds, Yamura starts to suspect a larger conspiracy. Meanwhile, two assassins working for Tenjin Pharmaceutical target Du Q. As Du Q and Yamura dig deeper, they discover that Tenjin's CEO has been using unwilling...
Which one are you watching first? Let me know in the comments below. And if you love high-stakes action as much as I do, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe for more killer recommendations, and turn on the notification bell so you never miss an update. See you in the next one. Stay safe and keep the action rolling.